And then that's all we have for public comment, but the superintendent actually would like to say a few words.
And
2 minutes.
yeah, so I have 2 minutes. I got a little bit longer. I hope it's superintendent executive privilege here. So if I may, I just want to address, I know trustees, I know I've been in contact individually with Trustee Garvey, and I know our region superintendent has also, and the principal has been in contact with you in some of the issues. But I'd also like to, if I may, kind of, just really go through some of the timeline and some of the things, and then addressing some of the things that we have done. I learned of the situation actually on my flight back. I was at Washington, D.C. With the Council of Great City Schools. I got a text from our Attorney General, Aaron Ford, who had received the media threat. And don't know where I was in the air, but as soon as I landed, by the time I landed, I received communication from our department and my deputy superintendent that the 2 young men had already been arrested by Homeland Security. CCSD police by Metro launched an investigation. So by the time I landed, which was around 11 o'clock, there's already been 2 arrests, and actually the following day there was a follow-up and a citation of a young man who turned himself in with his family, and that's the reason that young man was cited. So I have full confidence in our law enforcement and the administration to respond to the situation. And as I landed, and we were in a press conference really with United States Senator Cortez Mastro, really on facilities and infrastructure, I came out very clear and very strong to this community to say that this is not something that I tolerate, and we do not tolerate that behavior and the hatred, because I believe all children should feel safe to learn at high levels. So this is not something that we as a school system will tolerate. As a superintendent and as a father, I will not allow any of our students to be threatened. And I've had full confidence that our principal and the entire team handled the situation. So now I'll just let you know some of the things that we're doing. And I know that we've met, the team met 2 days ago. I've had 2 meetings with Ms. McCoy and some of the issues as an entire system to address for students. Because when you look at our achievement data as a whole, as we talked about our student groups, that we have some opportunity gaps. And I know this board has already addressed some of these issues with our social justice partnership and moving forward. So one of the things that the principal has already committed and was communicated on Monday with the community, and for the record, I did have cabinet members in attendance to really address some of the issues. I know communication was lost, but I feel very comfortable with what the team and the communication plan, and also some of the cultural issues that I believe the principal is going to address with the support of my regional team. One of the things that came through, and I'll now get into in some of these discussions around cultural, responsive, and implicit bias across this entire community, that has come through from this meeting. And it's something that we have already reached out. I know my deputy superintendent has had conversations with the National Equity Project, was recommended by the Council of Great City Schools, and it's an organization that has done phenomenal work across the country in school systems like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and also in LA, also in Minneapolis. So there's a lot of reputable recommendations as recommended by Dr. Casserly, and somebody that has come in and done some really good work. Is one of the things that we need to do is to bring in national experts to work with us in addressing some of these issues. So it's something that we're going to start our Arbor View and other schools that our data dictates that we need to address some of these issues. So I'm looking forward to the work that we're going to continue to do across the school system to address some of the challenges that we're facing. So some of those next steps will start happening immediately as soon as we get in deeper conversations with the National Equity Project. And we'll be bringing forward to this entire community and our administrators on some of the professional development that we need to have. So I know that this is the end of the public comment, but I know that Principal McFarland is here, and so is our Region Superintendent, and any parents who did not have an opportunity to speak, I know that they're ready and available to continue this conversation with the members of the Arbor View community. Thank you.